Hello and welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Lynda Fontaine. Today my special guest is an old friend of ours here at A Closer Look, Shantell Bogel. She is Executive Director with Oasis for Kingsport. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We love having Shantell. Tell us, for those that are new to A Closer Look, what Oasis is.
The Oasis of Kingsport is a 501c3 nonprofit women's ministry here in the Tri-Cities, serving mainly the Kingsport area, but all around the region. And basically we do all things women. We serve women of all demographics, all walks of life, with all different capacities, with programs, classes, different types of ministry, counseling. We also have a full laundry area for women to come do laundry and take showers. We're just trying to serve women of need, but we're also trying to serve all women. So
I love that. And you guys have some new digs you've been in a while now that I hear is just spectacular, and I keep meaning to come by. I need to do that.
Yes, you should. Mm-hmm. We're at 1102 Mill Street, right off of Gibson Mill Road. We're still having some issues with people going to the old location, probably because we need to take the sign down. But all of our information has been updated online, so it's 1102 Mill Street. 1102
Mill Street, and if people need to get a hold of you, oasiskingsport@gmail.com. And your phone number is 423-392-1137, but you can find out more information at oasiskpt.org. Now, you've got some new things going on these days, I've noticed, and I'm excited about some of these things. You were telling me a little bit about these before the show started. The Jesus Women or Woman podcast. Talk about that.
So the Jesus Woman podcast is a program of Oasis that we've started that basically is a kind of the concept around it is really to reach out and to unify Christian women. And so we started the podcast in talking about basically me and my friends sitting around like we normally do, just talking about stuff. Mm-hmm. And we're like, somebody needs to hear this, you know, yeah. This is great stuff. So we ended up deciding that we were going to try to record some of our conversations, and basically it's discussing women's issues from a faith-based standpoint. Mm-hmm. And so that we have a new episode that's getting ready to come out by the end of this month, and we're trying to get to where we're posting them monthly. So it's about a 45-minute podcast talking about women's issues from a faith-based standpoint.
And where can people listen to this podcast?
Well, we have several places that it can be downloaded. Mm-hmm. Our main platform is from Buzzsprout, and that's where we initially do the uploading, but it is also on Apple Podcast, I do believe Amazon, and a couple of other
Spotify places. Probably.
Yeah.
Very
so, and you can go straight to that if you go to our website, oasiskpt.org, and go to the drop-down menu and just click on Jesus Woman. All of that information is there as well.
Very good. So how many do you have out now?
I think we're coming up on our 5th episode.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
And you do them monthly?
We're trying to do them monthly. We did take off 2 months during the holidays just because it was hard getting everybody together. Our goal is to next time record them early so that we don't end up in that situation with people going out of town and stuff. But yeah, we're coming up on our 5th episode, and like I said, they're around 45 minutes. You can listen while you work out or while you're on your commute, and it's just encouragement, talking about things that we all relate to, but from a faith-based standpoint. So.
I love that. Now, talk to me a little bit about the Women's Advocacy. I don't know why I have a hard time with that word. Advocacy Council of the Tri-Cities.
So that's one of the newest things that me and a few of our other agencies and ladies around the community have just started. Mm-hmm. The Women's Advocacy Council is all about bringing women's resources and advocates together. So not only that we can encourage and advocate for women's issues in our area, but also that we can be a help and an encouragement to each other. And really, a lot of the women in the group are coming from secular jobs, so they're not in ministry, but they are Christians, and so this allows them to advocate for women's issues in an arena that they don't often get to. So some of them are, may work in a secular job or something like that. One of the things that we've been tackling is the issue of loneliness due to the pandemic. I know we still have a lot of older ladies who are afraid to get out of the house and things like that. And we want to just bring fellowship to these women who feel lonely, feel displaced. And so that's some of the stuff that we're tackling. We've joined with, so far, I think we had about 30 people at our last meeting.
Wow.
So we have people from the Salvation Army, from Bellafina Chocolates. We had Hope House, Families Free, and just all kinds of different people who are getting involved with this.
I love that. So you're kind of pulling your resources together and learning about each other and how you can help each other.
Exactly.
I like that. That's awesome. When is your next meeting, and who's all, can anybody come?
Anybody can come. Anybody who is interested, you can go on the Facebook page. We've just launched a Facebook page for the Women's Advocacy Council. We don't currently have a website. We're working on that. But all the meetings will be listed on there. I know we have one coming up before this particular show will air. But you can go on there and figure out when the next meeting is that you can attend. We'll post those.
And what is the name on the Facebook page exactly?
It's the Women's Advocacy Council of the Tri-Cites.
All right, that sounds awesome. That's a really neat thing you're doing. I like that. So tell me, are there any events coming up that we need to know about with Oasis, or talk to me about volunteers and different things you guys might be needing right now?
We are always needing, we call them faith-filled volunteers. And that's what we're looking for. Women who can come in and spend at least 2 or 3 hours a week volunteering. We have a schedule right now. We have about 29 to 30 people right now on the schedule. We actually a good team for us would be about 60 to run both buildings. And so we really need people who can come during the day. If you work but you have a day off and you would like to spend that time doing service in the community, we could really use your help. So we're really needing volunteers on every capacity right now. So.
Okay, very good. And do you take donations?
We are always taking donations. If you go to oasiskpt.org and you go to the Ways to Give section, it tells you on the bottom ways that you can participate, like holding a drive, holding a fundraiser, things like that. So those are other ways that people can serve our organization, even if they can't volunteer.
And of course, do you take monetary donations?
Oh, always. We are fully funded through donations from our community, churches, and organizations.
Now, do you have some new classes and programs you're offering now?
We do. We have, we've actually just recently added Strong Futures through Ballad Health. Strong Futures is a program, an addiction recovery program, and they're going to be coming into our facility and holding groups. So we've kind of joined forces with them. We have church services. They're called Friday Fill-Up services on Fridays. And that's usually at noon, and we have worship, and we have different speakers come in and share. So that's something new that we've just added since we've been in this particular area. And we're also getting ready to build a community garden with raised beds in our adjacent lot, so women can adopt a space and raise their own produce.
Wow, I love
out of that space. So
that is pretty cool. So you guys are really, with this new space that you're at on Mill Street, you're able to expand and do a lot more and offer more programs and things, it sounds like.
Yes, we want to use the 6 acres of land that God has given us to the most that it can be used. And so we're looking for new ways to do that. We're trying to look into having more community and outdoor events. Like our trunk or treat this past October, we had about 300 people come through, which was
awesome.
absolutely overwhelming because we weren't expecting to have that many people. But yeah, we're just trying to use this section, this piece of land, which is, we call it, because we are the Oasis, that's our Oasis in Kingsport, to just be a hub of all kinds of activity for our community.
I love that. So let's go over everything one last time, how people can get involved, how to get in touch with you, and what you need right now.
So we need volunteers. We always need donations. We're always needing monetary help. Those are things that we'll always need. If you have any questions or need to get in touch with us, you can email me at oasiskpt.org or Shantell at oasiskpt.org. You can also you can call us 423-392-1137. Visit us on the website, oasiskpt.org. So there's lots of ways that you can get in touch with us. You can also find out ways that you can get involved and ways that you can give right there on our website.
Okay, good, because I was going to say, do you list on your website things that you're in most need of right now that people could donate and things like that?
We do, and also on our Facebook page, often if there is an immediate need, I will post that and ask for the community.
Okay, so people need to like your Facebook page, Oasis of Kingsport,
yes.
the Facebook page, and that'd be very helpful to get the information there.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Shantell, for being here today. You're always a font of information, and you're such a blessing to our community.
Thank you for having me.